Sound check, Jesse.
Hey Wendy.
Hey, Jess, you look so beautiful today. What's going on?
Thanks, Wendy. Not much. We got the sun back.
Oh, that
How
helps a
about you?
lot. It's been a bit of a quick morning. I literally got ready in less than an hour, so this is good as it gets.
You look good though.
I'm just checking our live streams on LinkedIn. Looks like we're good, and I'm heading over to YouTube. I was like, and are we going to do this morning? Let's see. Of course, my YouTube is needing to reboot on the browser tab. Yeah, it was a busy morning. Got the workout in and then
Nice.
did the run. And then
I'm so
was,
proud of you.
oh my gosh, it is like crazy. I'm like, all right, come on, man. This is getting a little bit crazy. This is getting, okay, so let's see. LinkedIn's going and looks like YouTube's going. And for some reason, I think that I didn't push my it says it's streaming on Instagram, but I'm not seeing it on my side. And I
Let
don't
me
know
see
if I disconnect it. I'm going to try again.
see what I see on my end.
Let me see if I can push it out again.
No, not yet. Yeah, it doesn't show live.
Okay, I just like reconnected it, so I think it's resending the data.
Okay.
So it's a little bit slow, and I'm just making sure that that's weird that my there we are.
Oh,
So it's a little slow on LinkedIn. It's definitely slow on YouTube.
okay.
And it just must be super slow on we'll get a little close in here.
Mhm.
So, um, let me see if any, I guess I'll just leave that up there. And okay, awesome. Well, usually we have a lot of Instagram people, and when I mean a lot, at least four
Yeah.
or five. But
Yeah, we're getting more views.
I just I don't know why it's not connecting or I didn't hit go live before. There's like a sequence here, you know? So anyway, if you're watching this and you're wondering what we're talking about, we've been trying to work through the sequence of my restream. And but I think there's some good content that we can get into, and I really want to like probably wrap this up in less than 30 minutes because I think we can get through it. In fact, I don't know if I even put that on our school community. Just, I think it might say an hour, but this literally, we're going to wrap this up in 30
Yeah.
minutes. And the reason, and I just want to talk just hypothetically here, the reason that I came up on this teaching today is because for years I have struggled with managing a to-do list. And I know a lot of you may have. In fact, I was just watching someone on Facebook say, hey, I have like my to-do lists are everywhere. They're on like sticky notes and a piece of paper on napkins or on hotel maps. I was hearing.
Wow.
Help me, you know. Um, and then you transition on the to-do list to all the software tools, right? Your Trello and your Asana and your Monday and sometimes even that or your Airtable, whatever it is, and even sometimes even that doesn't really make it doesn't even help. And then we go over to our calendars, you know, whether you're on Outlook or Microsoft 360, you know, 5 or your Gmail. And still there's a little bit of a disconnect because, yeah, you can add the task to do. And I know that, Jesse, you've been through all of these yourself. So
Yeah.
I know you've added the task to do and you're trying that, but still the problem is like it's either now stuck on your calendar, you can't get the reminders, or now it's like all the tasks either like you accidentally made them events. You know, there's always little things that just haven't lined up. For years I've been through this. And as AI has emerged over the last few years, I've gone ahead and tried probably for the last 3, 4 years. I have tried other like AI tools and slowly they're starting to get better. I started with the email tool called Superhuman, getting it inside your Gmail, you know, where it acts as your Gmail, but also like a to-do list. I tried the to-do list. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's like the to-do list. Like everybody seems like they've gone that route, which also connects to your calendar, but there was still some disconnect in there that just wasn't as friendly as I wanted to. I had tried Sunsama and a bunch of other competitors. What I found is the still issue is, and let me know, Jesse, if you feel this too, is with ADD and ADHD being so rapid, when we're in the work environment on the online screens, it's almost like I need almost this color palette at the same time to kind of like tone it down because everything else we work on is like bright red, blue, pink, purple, yellow, and I absolutely love those colors. But when I'm doing focus work, it would be really nice, especially during scheduling and stuff, that I can just look at those focus soft palettes. So that's another reason why I ended up with this tool specifically. So, Jesse, tell me your woes on your to-do list because I want to hear from your side.
Yeah, a lot of them are just like daily things like walk my dogs, work on my engagement for my account, and just like things that are daily like that, that it would be awesome, like you said, to have it in a place that works for my brain that like has colors so I know like, okay, these are the things I need to do and just kind of differentiate. And like you said, sometimes you can accidentally turn it into an event on calendar, Google. So yeah, like it would be awesome to have a tool where you can just have it all put there for you.
I totally agree.
Mhm.
And for me, we're managing like especially if you're an entrepreneur and you have like clients, we're managing clients, we're managing our podcast, we're managing our social media, we're managing team, and we're managing personal life, business, and events. That's a lot. And where are you going to put all that in your like Google Calendar or your Outlook? I mean, it's just not happening. And I wanted a place that was a little bit different than the Monday environment because I wanted something that also added like a gamification to the to-do list. And that was another reason. And because it just sparks a little fun, like why not? And I'm not a big gamer, but I think just having that little fun environment just creates like a little spark for you, like, you know what, this is actually kind of cool. So
Mhm.
today, what I thought I'd share with you is my experience with one of these tools that I landed on just recently that I'm really enjoying, and I wanted to share some benefits of this tool. I had gone through like a whole hour-long demo with their team last week, and I just realized so many things that I'm even not doing that I'm actually still learning. But I thought, you know what, I don't want to hold back. I want you guys to get this as soon as you can in your pocket if you want to go out and try it. I know that we can also share a link, so you can always DM us. And as soon as I show you the tool here, you can just DM us the name of the tool, which is actually called Aki Flow. Aki Flow, Akiflow. I'll share it with you here in a minute. And Aki means action, flow means focus. So your action in focus. And I absolutely love that. It's Japanese. Anyway, so Aki Flow, if you're interested, I'll remind you at the end here, and we're going to dive into how I'm currently using Aki Flow. And the thing of it is, there's so many things that I'm not doing. Even when I was on the demo, there was like an hour-long masterclass. I don't know, Jess, if I sent that to you. I think I did. I need to watch that myself.
Yeah.
Uh, have you gotten into it yet at all on your side?
Not yet. I need to.
Okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. You're gonna love this, especially for someone who loves blocking time. And I'm gonna, by the way, at the same time, I was also testing mobile. It had to work on mobile, and there was another requirement for me for this tool. It needed to be blended with AI. It had to have some sort of AI involved with the tool. So when I landed on this one, I was like, oh my gosh, the mobile is awesome. It has AI. I love the updates. This is basically now my command center for like my to-dos. And listen, I've been running to-do lists on very organized, very strategic on Airtable, and I'm going to show you that here in a second before I show you this tool because you'll see the mess going from like a Monday board to which would be like Asana or ClickUp to like an Airtable board and then moving over to Aki Flow. So let's start with that first because I think just see the difference of what didn't work to what is working is going to be huge. So let me pull up. Let's just start with Airtable because I think Airtable is a great space. So I had created an Airtable for my original to-do list, and maybe this is you. I have an Airtable called Wendy's Brain, and I have a CEO to-do list. And originally, I went so deep into in my organization that I was like portioning each like group out, like scheduling and in progress and reach outs and all of that. Let me show you. Let me share this with you. This is just so you can see the before and after of what's going on and the disconnect.
Yeah,
So
that is awesome.
This is really good. Jess, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this.
I'm
And
so
literally, you're gonna get
excited.
this done in like 20 minutes. We're gonna get this done in 20 minutes because everybody's busy, and I want you guys to just, if you want to try this tool, I think it's a fantastic way to try this tool. So let's check this out. So originally, I created Airtable, which right now you see nothing. On to the left, all of these views were like my weekly to-do list. This was showing like, hey, this is my weekly list. This was my client work for the week. These were standalone projects in all different phases. We were looking at communities, which I hadn't started yet. These were certain conversations where they were going. I was looking at growth. I had networking in here, people to network with, courses that I was taking, and so on, and down to website to-do list. The problem with this is I really accurately cannot get any notifications. There's no AI built into like me on my phone saying, hey, can you add this to my list? There is AI built into Airtable, so I didn't want to confuse that because Airtable is incredible with AI, but there wasn't like the availability to say, hey, can you add this to my a command center where I can see big pictures? And also there's no calendar. And so this was still like every time I'd go into writing more, I felt more overwhelmed. I literally looked at this and was like, this is so overwhelming. So if I were to go to like to my all view, you can now start seeing, look how complicated this is starting to get. Like, how am I going to crush 12 or 15 urgent tasks? You know, I can't even get them on my calendar. These things are like super important, but and I can't even get them on my calendar. I mean, and I'm showing you this for a big reason of why what my calendar looks like today. Things I couldn't even get started. These are all these projects I couldn't get started. So this is really important to see. You know, this is a great space if you wanted to try this. It could be, but for managing your full command center of to-do list for your business, it does not work for me. Now I want to share one more thing because now Jesse, like when we originally built that, it was like, hey, that actually looks pretty good, you know, but then there was still this disconnect. And personally, I was feeling overwhelmed. So then I went over to Monday, which is similar to Asana, which is similar to ClickUp. And I'm going to share my Monday board with you. And I'll just close up these boxes here and you'll see the same problem. Okay, so now we're in Monday. So again, I'm telling you my story because I landed on a tool that I absolutely believe in, that I definitely think is a game changer, and it completely takes the stress out. And if I could take my camera and show you my desk, there is nothing on my desk but one notebook, this pen, and like a person's name for the event that I'm calling tomorrow, which is actually already on my calendar. My desk is now so clean, but it used to not look like this. It used to be tons of sticky notes, post-it notes all over my computer, all over my desktop. It was absolutely a mess. I had 3 or 4 notebooks going, plus all the online to-do lists. So now we're in Monday. Same problem. If you look at this and I start dropping down, okay, these are high priority tasks. Still, they had a due date, but like, what the heck? This is still my brain is on overload with this. Networking, still overloaded. Like they're not on my calendar. I've got like one thing on here. Decisions to make, 5 things, one-off tasks. Great, but still, it's still confusing to me. I'm like, what do I even start with first? And again, I have no really command center. There's no notifications going to pop up for me or even give me a time block on this. Are you starting to see the difference right now? Like this feels like an online disaster, Jess.
Yeah,
Feels
I
like,
definitely.
but you've got to try things, right? We all try things, and I was waiting and waiting for a tool to come out that like crushed what I really wanted. So, okay, we've seen 2 examples. I'm not going to show any more. Let's dive into what I'm using right now today. And now Jesse's going to be like, "Oh my gosh, why am I not on this tool? Are you kidding me?" Now you're glad that I'm
Yeah.
actually doing this training today.
Can't wait.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to pull us into this tool. It's Akiflow, and it does connect with your calendar wherever your calendar is living, whether it's Outlook or Gmail or wherever it's at. You can integrate your calendar here, and I'm going to very easily show you how I'm using this. Now, there are deeper ways that I haven't even got into, but I'm going to show you just key features of the platform, and that way you can start thinking about maybe how you want to use it. So Let me get a better view for you so you can kind of see my current calendar when I pull this up. Totally different. You know, Jess, there's one more thing we should show everybody. There's one more thing before we actually show. This is like, they're like, people are like, come on, just show us this. Okay, let me show you one more thing. Okay, let's just take a quick look at my Google Calendar for comparison. Okay, here it is. This is my week right now. This is live. This is happening. This is my week right now. You can see I am so stacked today. Boom, boom, boom. Like I've got tasks on top of each other because I've got to get it done. So I mean, this is what's happening today. So not great. I'm still it's not a great world to live in on on that calendar. So Jess is dying for pens and needles here. Let's just do a quick comparison of that calendar versus what we're looking at today. So same calendar. Let's jump into Akiflow. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is great. So we're in Akiflow now. Right now, you're just seeing the calendar, what I just showed you. So a little softer color palette. Yes, I'm showing the weekends here. I have availability to make changes to the way this looks. I can go, if I wanted to show only 3 days to myself, or maybe I just want to look at today. Up in this right-hand corner is a place where you can do that. You could look at your entire week. So this is exactly what we just looked at on my Gmail calendar. You can see now these are actually tasks and not events that I can check mark off, which is fantastic. I'm going to show you this here in a minute of how powerful these tasks are. It's absolutely incredible. So this is just the beginning, my friend. This is the calendar that's integrated into it. Some of the settings that I learned during the onboarding of this, I was amazed that you could do because, we all do trial and error. And then I tried something. What I was trying to do was I was going to import my Gmail in here, my email, and turn my email into to-do list. But when I did it, it like pulled in all of my emails. And I'm like, whoa, that's exactly not what I see. However, on the demo, they said you can toggle something off in the back where you can totally see a slimmer view. Now, I haven't done that yet. But I do believe that's possible, and I just haven't gotten into that yet. Doesn't matter. Let's just continue over the overview. So this is the calendar portion. This is super important because this is what you need to manage. Now, obviously, with the Airtable and Monday, this is the piece I was missing. I was not getting this. Okay. Now, on the left side of the screen, I have an inbox, my today workflow, upcoming, and tasks. And projects are almost like a folder. So if I click projects on the left, I have meetings that may be reoccurring or questions I have that I'm going to build in that are all coming. Now for me, my projects are like, these are like reoccurring things like meetings, outreach, leads, client work, core product. I'm working on a keynote right now, social media and podcast. These are like the core things that I'm running like every week. There may be a few things missing because I'm still building this out. So but let's go back to this because I don't want to overwhelm you quite yet. So, okay, you guys got the calendar. The most important piece is the to-do list because that's what it comes down to, right? So on the left, so like if you have client work, and let's say we go into one of these to-do list cards, the way you can think is, okay, the project is the folder of where I'm holding the inside of that particular project. And then you can put that client in here. Now, I'm going to open up this. It's very small. I'm sure this is super, super small, but you can blow it up to this. Can you see that, Jess? Okay, cool. So
Yep.
in the description, you know, I write website copy for Naveen. Okay. Now, I can make this a numbered project. I could make it a bullet point, or I could make it my own check it off the list, which is so powerful. Now, there's a deeper way to do this too that I just learned, but I'm not going to show that right now because I am still learning it myself. There was even things in here that I could highlight. This is the website. I could even highlight this and bold it here. Inside, you have everything that you would need to do on your to-do list. And literally, I can make this reoccurring. Let me show you meetings because I use this quite well for actually Jessie when her our meeting. So I had listed out the things her and I were going to talk about, and then I went ahead and crossed it off. And then we missed some things. But this reminds me, oh yeah, we touched on it, but we actually didn't get to go through it. So I still have some pending stuff listed here, which I'm telling you, is a game changer. Now I don't have to remember it or go back and find the posted note or look back in Monday or look through those comments or dig deep in other subfolders because we all love subfolders. It looks clean, but it's kind of a pain when things are hidden, right? And I hate hidden stuff. So this is like so fabulous. Now, that's in the to-do list. Now, if I were going to go to all my tasks, you can see they're tagged here with the projects. So if I just hit the filter up here, I could sort by priority or maybe just the project. I could do the deadlines, filter by the deadlines. I could do a different view, making it a little bit more informational rather than compact. So this filter makes a huge difference. So let's go to today. So here's my like, hey, these are the projects that are overdue. Here's stuff that is on my number one list, and then here's things that are scheduled. The cool thing about this is I can start seeing dates that maybe I missed that I can, so wow, either this didn't get done or I need to reschedule it because how many of you are having it out there on a Trello or Asana and you've missed it, but yet it didn't get on your calendar. So for me, I'm like, ooh, this is, I've got to do this today. So I can drag this over and find a spot for it. Like, okay, I'm going to do it here. It's actually only going to take me 30 minutes
Oh,
and I can just pop it right there. And yep, that's perfect for me. So now it's like off my overdue and has now a new date assigned to it. You see what I'm saying?
wow.
It's so
Wow.
powerful. So now it's like, okay, I need to do this. I'm going to find a new space for it. I'm going to fit this in right here. And it's actually going to take me an hour. So now I've plugged that in. And now it's off my overdue list. But you're starting to see where, oh, all the overdue lists had these other dates that I thought I was going to be able to do it, but I couldn't get it done. So, and honestly, if you're like, nope, I just can't get it done there, you can just move them back. And it's just going to move them back into your list. So it just pops them on today. It's not lost. That's the great thing. It's not lost,
Yeah.
Jess. It's not lost. Now, if I want to go back to the inbox here, and if I were to create like a new task, let's just put like new task, and I pop this open. Right now, I have an opportunity to plan this, and I say, hey, I'm going to choose a date. I'm going to put this on the 17th, and I believe it's going to take me probably an hour. And in fact, I'm going to add a website link here. And I want to make sure that I hit that link. In fact, there's actually two links I want to reference back here. And now I don't even have to have my browser tab saved because I know that those are the two links. Look how this is pulling in, my friends. It's pulling in the icon. Let me blow this up. Oh, you can't see it on the blown up view because this, oh, maybe I thought it was the annotation. Honestly, you can't see it in this blown up view, I think. I'm going to hit save and close. You can only see it in the small view. Okay. But you can see what I mean, Jess, where you see like the links are now saved. I could add my task here. I want to make it a check mark so that I make sure to get it done. And now I can fit it on my calendar somewhere. Brilliant.
Wow.
Okay, so we've only got a few minutes left, and there's still a couple of things that I haven't showed you because we can get deep into just the to-do list and the client projects and tagging things and moving folders and adding folders underneath folders. There's actually folders. When you create a project, it is like a hashtag, so it does correlate that as its own hashtag. So that is pretty cool automatically. But I want to show you a couple other things. One right here, you can chat with Aki right here. And so this is the AI built-in feature. So you can see that last night I used this to test it. And I just on my phone, I pulled open my phone and I said, hey, I need to call this guy back tomorrow at this time. Can you please add this to my calendar? So I voiced it and it already went and added it to my calendar. Done already. Because
Wow.
I was sitting with David and he was like, hey, did you call this guy back? Oh, I forgot to do that. You know what? I don't want to take the time to write that down. Let me just open up my Aki, voice it in, and then it already added it. Saves me from typing it. 100%.
Wow.
And I'm like, it's going to be 30 minutes, add it like somewhere on my calendar that you can find a spot. And it did. I love that. Now it's still in beta and there's still a lot of things that they're working on. Couple more things that I think you're going to find amazing here is this thing called the command bar. And I don't know if this is, can you guys see this in the screen share? The command bar when it pops open, I feel like it might be in a different
Yeah.
window. You can still see it
No,
kind
it
of?
doesn't. Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately, like I can't move it, but if you hit command bar, this is why I call this my command center. I'll keep always my commands. You can now, it's just a quick reminder for you to say, hey, I can plan a task right now. I can assign a time slot. I can create a deadline. I can mark something done. I can quickly see without having to look for it. So like the command bar is like your command center, like boom, now I can type in exactly what I want here. I could type in, Jesse, Bravo for a new task you know, uh, and then I could start assigning it. I could hit confirm, and now it's in my inbox.
Wow.
Two more things you're gonna love. It also has the availability to be your Calendly replacement. And they are still working on doing this, the confirmation emails better because that was one thing that I didn't love about the confirmation emails, didn't have a place for me to actually confirm yes, no, maybe, or reschedule. So those were the things that I wanted. But I did mention that to them. They said they're working on it. But this can be a Calendly or Zoom meeting or whatever you're using, like a Chili Piper or whatever you're using for your share availability. So you literally click here and I can go into, it's so small on here, and I apologize for that because that's just the way that they have it. I can go in here and I don't even know if I can share this because it's so tiny. Oops. Um, it feels like it's so tiny. If I were to make some spaces here on my calendar, I'm just going to click so you guys can see how this works. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
If I click these spaces on my calendar and I wanted to share this to have someone to like pop in a meeting, I say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give them some options. Here's what works for me. And I put save and copy. Now I have a link that I can send somebody to them and they can go ahead and book their own based on what you just shared with them, those of that availability.
Wow.
It's so much easier. The only thing, like I said, I didn't love, and I'm just going to put like meeting with Sarah. It's prompting me for like what that would be when it comes in. And now I can just take that link, send out an email, say, hey, Sarah, here's this link, book your spot on my calendar. Done already. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like was
Wow.
the confirmation emails that they're still working on, where they do give you a kickback. Yes, here's your meeting, but I wasn't able to actually get the yes, no, maybe, or reschedule. But the other thing is this adds in Zoom links or your Google Meets. So when a task is coming up, um, you're going to get a notification on your desktop and you don't even have to go like remember on like Gmail or Outlook you actually have to go into the event and then click on the event and then you have to
Yep.
click to join the meeting. Here it'll pop up a notification, already shows the icon of what you would already be joining, whether it's Google Meet or Zoom, so you don't have to go anywhere else. It already says, hey, your meeting's coming up, just click here, and already has the Zoom link. Boom, click it. Done already.
Wow.
My
Okay.
last thing is the game changer because I know someone like Jesse who's project managing loves to keep track of time. And there's a little thing right here that's called start timer. And if you pop this open, it gave me a little message. It says, hey, for the next 25 minutes, you're going to work on this project. It's like now I have a
Wow.
focus timer. I can move this little timer anywhere on my screen. And if you want to extend it, you can just pop it in again, like, hey, I need 5 more minutes on it or 10, and it's going to signal you with a noise. I absolutely love this piece, Jess. I love the timer because it's like, or you have a countdown to a meeting that's coming up. You can pop that on, like, oh, I have a meeting coming up. I'm going to hit this timer. This is so fabulous. I'm telling you, so fabulous. Like, I can add another 5 minutes. Maybe it's only going to take you 5 minutes. So now you're focused on just that. That timer is your Aki flow. So I really hope that this training was really helpful for you because I think this particular software tool that I have found has been a game changer. Absolutely love it. So literally, if you love it, let me know. I will send you a share link. And I think we both, if we use it, get a $25 credit on our account. And so it's totally worth it to go and jump into the free trial. Cost wise, I believe it's like $19 a month. And I want to say it was like maybe like 200 or something a year. So I do believe it's fairly reasonable for the pricing. And they do have I didn't get to show you the gamification today, but the more tasks that you click off that you've done, you get a little surprise. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's some things that bounce across the calendar. So it's very cool, the gamification that they've built in. So you have to get your to-do list done in there so that you can win those little surprise awards, but you'll definitely appreciate it. And it sticks with you. You're like, oh, that was kind of cool. So Under 30 minutes, Jess. We did it. We knocked this out. I'm super excited about this tool, and I just couldn't wait any longer. I was thinking to myself, I know we had talked about the poll of, teaching communication and some AI systems, but literally this is an AI system. Okay, my friends, this is a tool that's already had AI built into it. It's getting better and better. These guys are on top of it. And if you don't find something that you love, send them a message. They are constantly working on this platform to make it better. That's what I have to say. And literally, you can go into deep dive. In fact, I even have the masterclass link. If you want it, DM me. I'll send you the masterclass link. You can watch the whole thing without even commitment. So that's it.
Yay, that is amazing. I need to get on it.
It's amazing. Absolutely love it. So if you have a chance, it takes a little bit of time to start moving your to-do list, but once you get into the mental environment of it, you'll be like, okay, this is the only place I want to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That is too.
Uh, and next month, I'm going to share you my email app that I use, where I no longer use to filter all my emails, and it's make 1,000 times. If you are managing more than one email platform, like me, where I've got several business emails, and you have to dig through all of those, there's one platform that pulls everything in. It makes it so much easier. I cannot wait to share that with you next month. But this was my big share for this month here in June. Get on top of it. We're halfway through the year. This is it. Don't let your summer go behind and your to-do list fall behind. You could, think about your kids' projects, how amazing you can use this, or you're sitting at a traffic light and you're like, hey, I gotta take my kid to soccer. Boom, add this to my list tomorrow. Done already. Done already.
Yeah.
So amazing. All
Ah.
right. Jess, am I missing anything?
No, that is so, I mean, like, especially when you went over the client work, I know a lot of us have to have a place and spot for it, so that like makes it so much easier.
Yes, doesn't it? And those calls and the make sure you're going over whatever you need to go over and
Exactly.
massive. Yeah. We may
Yeah.
do another training when I get to August, after a more deep dive into this and learn a lot more, because there was even some things I kind of wasn't, I would say, not doing wrong, but I could do even better inside of here. So after that training, I was blown away. I was like, oh gosh, okay, this is just the beginning. But like I said, I wanted to do this under 30 minutes, so that's my tool for you. That's my trade-off for you. Um, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to stop this live stream. And Jess, do you have like 10 minutes
Yeah.
to jump on another quick Zoom? I'll just send you my personal link.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just,
And okay, because I think I can't share this, but it's great to see you on the live
yay.
stream. It's so fun to actually see you here. And it's great. Looks like we had some people joining us. In fact, I didn't even pop over to chat. There was a couple of people. Okay, that's great. Well, that's good. Anyway, so I'll kill this stream and I'll Slack you and I'll see you in a minute.
Yay. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, my friends, for being here. Let us know if you need anything. We're always here and just sharing the best in the AI world, being your partners in the age of AI. All right. See you guys later.